Well, welcome back to the Blackbird Shed. Yeah, I've been in Newcastle for the last 2 nights and my friend's been looking after the place. Came in tonight, getting on a bit actually now. It's getting on for 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. It's dark outside, but we do have the lights on in here on the timer. I've put the main lights on though, so it's quite bright now, but I'm just giving them a feed. My friend was feeding them in the evenings rather than I would normally feed them in the morning. So I got a bit of line tomorrow as well. Got Christmas shopping to get. They'll have plenty of food for the rest of the day now. Just showed you the 4 Gouldian Finch babies. Gouldian Finch babies. So I'm really chuffed about that. I was a bit worried. I came in, fed the rest of the birds. Just changing the waters now, and couldn't hear any of the, you know, the little chirping and I have been hearing recently. So I was a bit worried that I was going to have a nest of dead young. Now, the last chick that they had, and this is her first, well, this is her second attempt at raising young. He is the father that, well, he's her father, and he was a successful father last season. He's the hen that was in his pair. She passed away earlier this year, and you know, I'm hoping that this is going to be a successful pair, and yeah, fingers crossed. Now they're well developed. Just looking at my chart now, they were born on the 10th, or around about the 10th of December, and today is the 22nd, so 12 days old there. So we're sort of past perhaps the worst stage, but it's still not guaranteed that they're going to be 100% successful. In fact, all 4 chicks look like they're in good condition. They've got full crops. It's really gives me some good vibes. Just going to go in now and see if we can hear her feeding. I'll put the camera a bit closer. There you go, so you can hear those being fed, so that's great news. And if anything, I was worried about her not feeding. The last time they only had the 1, and I think they could have just neglected it because it was a slight change in temperature. It could have been the fact that it was only 1 chick and it wasn't worth their effort. I'm not 100% certain, and it was their first attempt, so this is the second attempt. This would be, fingers crossed, really good. And if they can just go for the next week, so if they can make it till Christmas and perhaps the New Year, then they'll start to be colouring up, you know, feathering up. Sorry, and I think we're past the worst possibilities. Did find a bird dead though. It's this hen canary. I've just pulled out of the cage. It was a hen. Nothing happened last year. Variegated bird, bit of red factor on it. So unfortunately we've lost a bird. Yeah, really good. He's done a good job. Put all the food in the right places again as usual, and yeah, I'm well chuffed. Right. Well, because I didn't do a video. I think I've not done one for about 10 days. We'll just see how we're getting on with these starfinch eggs here. So I need to get my little torch. Put it there, I think. Yeah. So we've got a little torch. I'll have a look in this nest down here. So she's on there at the moment. Oh good God, she's going through a molt. This isn't good news. Like, she's got no feathers on her tail there. Now he could have pecked those off. Maybe, I don't know. If he could be molting. Yeah, she doesn't look in the best condition. Right, let's have a look. Right, he's off the nest now. Let's see if I can work out if these are fertile or not. So there they are. I'm not sure you can see on the camera, but that one looks fertile. That one does as well. So does that one. Yeah, I think we've got 4 fertile eggs there. That's good news. Now this might be the last set that I let them have until next year. We'll see. Because if these are successful, then we'll have quite a few young to be getting rid of anyway. 5, 7. If I get 4 here, that's really enough, and I'll let them all go out into the aviary. I might let them have 1 more. Perhaps we'll give them a rest and let them have 1 more in the spring, or 1 more attempt in the spring. Yeah, now these were laid around about the 10th and the 11th, so we're looking at about 12. Around about 12. Let's say the 10th. I didn't catch the exact dates on this one, so it's about so we're looking at about 12 days. So the next couple of days they should be hatching. So I'll have to start looking at yeah, someone got the hen again. Yeah, she's get some focus. Come on. You can see her tail feathers have all come out. So she's not in the best condition. Which could affect them feeding. What I'm going to do now is get a tray ready to put in there, which will remind me that I need to start giving them some soft food. This is the tray I'm going to use. It's just the bottom off one of the sort of quail feeders. I'll put that in, and then tomorrow I'll put some soft food in that one. When I do the soft food for these, I always do perhaps too much for just at 1 pair. It's easy to mix, you know, good mixture of it with when you overdo it, I suppose. And now I'll put my spare stuff into the one down here where she's got some of the young in. So they've still got a bit of soft food. They're all doing really well. Just show you those. So the latest young ones would be those 2 there. So they're just starting to show a different colour. Just starting to get a bit of little dots on the front, and then you can see those there are a bit more established. Their beaks are starting to go red, and they've got a lot more dots on their chests. Can't sex those just yet, but you know, by the springtime I'll be able to sex those. Obviously, if anybody wants any and they're in the area, then it'd be great if you get in touch. We'll spread them out a bit. Yeah, so I've just come back from Newcastle. I went to see the football, and that was a good 1-0 win. But it was a 5-hour drive back. That game was yesterday. And then we went about another hour north. Hence, it took me 5 hours to get back. But the first thing you need to do when you do go away is, as soon as you get back, you've got to look after your birds again. Put in some of the broccoli and a mixture of the cages. But don't bother putting the broccoli in for the feed in foreign finches. They don't seem to want to peck it. They don't eat fresh from the broccoli. But when I do make the mix up, I do grind some of the florets, the little tiny bits off the broccoli in with carrots, and then with a normal sort of mix. In fact, because my friend doesn't help me out all the time, it's just when I'm away, I did make a bit of a mix up for him, and that basically was let me show you. All I needed him to do was to add fresh carrot ground, or on the grinder, and then a bit of broccoli. So in here, I'm sure you can see that. Let's get the camera. Yeah, in here we've got a mixture of stuff. There's some traditional sort of seedy egg food mix. This is actually the red one. It was because it was cheaper than the one without, than the non-red factor one, and it's relevant to me which one I give them. In there we've also got some dried herbs, mixed herbs. There is some millet in there as well, so that if they're pecking at it, they'll still eat the millet as well. And when the babies are a certain size, you know, you can quite often see whole millets in their crop. There's a bit of seaweed in there, because it gives certain vitamins, yeah, there's a thing called Thrive On. Here we go. Composition: fish oil, calcium carbonate, soya meal, crude fibre, crude protein, crude oil, crude ash, sodium, calcium 5%, that's good, phosphorus and magnesium. So there's quite a mixture of stuff in that one. Then we also use this one here, which is the seaweed mix. Okay, dried seaweed granules, animal feed, direct to use, serve with soft food mix, store in a cool, dry place, which is what I do with all these. They're all in on these seal containers. Some dried parsley, but there's not a lot of that left. I'll get some more of that for the new year. And this is just a veggie mix, another dry veggie mix, and again, there's not a lot of that left. There's some dried carrots in there, so I need another bag of both of those. We're okay for seaweed, I believe. Again, yeah, I'm okay for seaweed. I only put a small amount of that in, and still got loads of this left, probably enough for the next season. And then this is the mix here, but basically that's before I mix it. I normally have perhaps a third of one of these in there, and then I just put in half of these drinker things of the seaweed, the Thrive On, and whatever, and a mixture of these two, and then the rest is soft stuff. Every now and then I will put other stuff in, just a mixture of stuff, just try and mix it up. I've got mealworms here, I might crush some of those and chuck that in, and it's to give them protein. And it seems to be a good little mix, really. But as the young get bigger, I do put more of the millet in with it. And obviously once the young are weaned, they're off the nest, and they start pecking at the soft food, they'll also find the millet in there, and then the parents teach them, and they'll basically convert to millet and be weaned off the stuff. But it is with all the different vitamins and herbs and stuff, yeah, it's good for them anyway. I'm going to put that back in with just the tub now. Not so often, but every now and then I will put in some vitamin mix. This is one I've used, but I feel if you put some of the natural products, then you don't need to do much of this. But some people put this in the water, and if you've got a bird that's a little bit unhealthy, perhaps this sort of stuff is a good idea to get them, just get them through that. But I do try to let nature take its course a little bit, but that's why I try to use just the natural stuff, really. I'm not one myself for taking aspirin or any sort of medical pills or drugs to make me feel better. I might have a Lemsip or something if I've got a really bad flu-like symptoms. And I've got to do the same with the birds, really. I probably should be a little bit more into this sort of stuff, but if you keep them on something that's natural and they're used to that and they're successful, they breed okay, then I say, why change something? This pair here, she has been quite a bit rough, really, but she's still not looking great now. But she's quite a big bird. She's got, see, she's not very well groomed underneath, and they did have a young last time. I think that one didn't survive. I'm just going to have a look what we got in the nest. Nothing. Let's have a look at the quality though. It's a nicely made nest. No eggs in there. I just don't think she's in condition yet. So I think that's probably a pairing that I'll probably just reintroduce back to the we just reintroduce that pair back in with the rest of the mixed finches. I might even do that now. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm just taking the partition out there. We need to do a thorough clean in here. Yeah, so I've reintroduced those back in there now, so they're all together with the rest of them. So there is that's a son there, the fairly large Gouldian Finch there that hasn't really molted out properly yet. I've got some concern over that bird just at the back there, which is a chestnut-breasted mannequin. That's the mother, I believe. You can tell by her long nails. She looks quite light, so I've not got a lot of hope for her. Heavy breathing as well. She's not coughing though, so I'm not suspecting air mite, is it? But there's some of the young there. They're starting to really look good now. They're still not fully molted out into the adult plumage. That one there. See, the head hasn't gone totally black yet, but by the spring they'll look fantastic, I'm sure. And then, well, I don't know the sexes of the young, but we'll see what happens. It will be, I can't wait really to get them back out there, and I think because I'm off tomorrow, I'm going to let them out. As soon as I get up, I'm going to let them out, let them have some hours out there, and we'll just check on the temperatures tonight and whether I can start thinking about, well, temperatures tomorrow night. See if I can start thinking about leaving them out again. Just got to keep a few days ahead of these cold spells and make sure we don't let all drafts in and the like. So anyway, there's your little update. So 4 Gouldian Finch chicks doing pretty good. I'm really going to keep my fingers crossed. More eggs I'm expecting to hatch down here, but we've got a little concern over the hen who doesn't have any tail feathers at the moment. Reintroduce this pair of Gouldian Finches back in with the rest of the mixed finches. There you go. That's his dad there. That red-headed, white-breasted Gouldian Finch is the dad of the one next to it. So he's showing me who's boss. Yeah, I can't wait for him to molt out. He'll look fantastic, I'm sure. Yeah, and then next video, hopefully, I'll do one just after Christmas or even Christmas Day. We'll see. Give a little bit more update on these young up here. Once I'm more confident that I can keep looking in and not without disturbing them, we'll get you a bit more of an update on how well they're doing. That's it really. So thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe and look back at some of the other videos I've done. I've been doing the videos now for over a year. Got over 100 videos. Any questions, just drop a line, and yeah, let's have a happy new year if I don't see you before Christmas. Yeah, have a good Christmas, and thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and take care. Bye.